Chuck, what's the tallest mountain in the world?
Is it Everest?
Relative to what?
Well, they always say sea level.
Exactly, height above sea level. Well, how high is sea level?
Right. I'm going to be honest, and I'm really ashamed of this right now. I have never thought about that once in my life.
If no land came above the ocean level and the whole Earth were just sea level, because Earth is not a perfect sphere, the parts of the sea that's at the equator will be farther away from Earth's center than the parts of the sea that are at the poles. So sea level is not an equidistant thing from the center of the Earth. So Earth is slightly flattened at the poles and slightly fatter.
Oh, they finally got to you.
At the equator. Not only that, Earth is slightly wider below the equator than at the equator.
Now we a little Bonita Applebottom. We went a little pear-shaped.
What that means is, if you're a mountain near the equator, you get a few extra 1,000 miles head start if you're in the competition for the tip of the mountain being farthest from Earth's center. You get several thousand. Okay. Ask me, what is the highest mountain from Earth's center?
What is the highest mountain from Earth's center?
It is not Mount Everest. Itself is the 10th highest summit from Earth's center. 10th.
Let me guess. The highest mountain from center is somewhere in Africa.
Okay, so that's a good guess. It's wrong, but a really excellent guess. The top 5 peaks, distance from Earth's center, are all in South America.
All in South America?
And the number 1 peak is Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador.
Chimborazo.
And guess what the latitude is of Ecuador?
0, maybe?
And then Peru has the next 2, and then Ecuador again, and then Peru, and then the 6th highest summit from the center of the Earth is indeed in Africa. And just name it, you'll get it correctly, even if you guess.
I don't know, Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro, there it is. So South America has 8 of the top 10 peaks. Africa has the 6th highest peak against Earth's center. And then Mount Everest coming in at 10th in Asia.
What's 8 and 9? Like 2 3-story buildings in Ecuador?
No, they're real mountains, dude. Give them a break here. And another thing about Chimborazo, it's the cone of a dormant volcano. So I think it has the highest ascent from its base of any mountain in the world other than certain volcanic mountains that begin at the bottom of the ocean, such as the Big Island of Hawaii. That's the single biggest mountain on Earth, but most of it is below sea level. So Chimborazo rises up. Quite impressively as a result of this. Whereas K1 is like slightly higher than K2, and the entire Himalayan mountain range, it helps all the peaks out, right? So you don't see this major ascent from the base as you otherwise would. And at the top of that peak, you would weigh less than at any other place on Earth. Not only because you're farthest from Earth's center, you are also near the equator, and the spinning Earth is trying to fling you off. So there's a centrifugal force as well. So that is the lightest you could possibly weigh relative to if you were standing on the North Pole.
Well, I'm going there as soon as I can. Just told me my next place to live.
Just to lose some weight, is that what you're saying?
Listen, it's so much better than what I'm trying to do now.